In 2024, the U.S. power grid experienced 346 major disruptions. That's nearly one blackout every single day. Right now, you might be watching this video on a device that's charged in a well-lit room with your fridge humming away in the background. But here's the shocking truth. Experts are warning that 2025 could bring the most severe grid challenges we've ever faced. Just last month, a single cyber attack knocked out power for over 40,000 homes for 3 whole days, and that was just a warning sign. With aging infrastructure and rising cyber threats, the Department of Energy predicts a 70% higher risk of extended blackouts in 2025. But here's the kicker. Most people aren't prepared, not even close. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 20 critical supplies that could make all the difference between comfort and chaos when the power goes out. And I'm not talking about basic stuff like flashlights and batteries. No, this is the real deal. Based on data from recent blackouts and expert analysis. Stick around until the end because item number 17 is something that 94% of people completely overlook. It might just be your most crucial lifeline. Item number 1, portable solar generator. Let's talk about the ultimate game changer, a portable solar generator. I learned this the hard way during last winter's blackout when my neighbor, John, was able to watch movies and keep his fridge running, while the rest of us were stuck in the dark. The latest models for 2024 are nothing like the old clunky generators you may be familiar with. These are powerhouses, like the blue EDI AC 500, which comes with bi-directional charging and expandable battery packs. But here's something that most people don't tell you. You need to pay attention to the LFP, lithium iron phosphate, battery chemistry. These new batteries last over 3,500 cycles. That's nearly 10 years of regular use. When it comes to capacity, aim for at least 5,000 watt-hours. Here's why. Your fridge alone needs around 2,000 watts to start up. You'll also want to power essential devices like phones, medical equipment, and more. The newer models feature split-phase power output, which means you can even power heavy-duty 240V appliances. But here's a crucial tip. Don't just look at the battery capacity, check the inverter size. A 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter is your minimum for reliable home backup. Make sure the generator also has MPP, maximum power point, charging technology, which boosts solar charging efficiency by up to 30%. Remember, this isn't just about convenience. When the grid goes down, you're dealing with potential food spoilage, medical device failures, and communication blackouts. A proper solar generator is your insurance policy against all of that. The latest models can recharge from 0% to 80% in just 3 hours of good sunlight. That's half the time it used to take with 2023 models. Item number 2, multi-mode emergency lanterns. Let's talk about emergency lighting. Many people think their regular flashlight will get them through a blackout, but trust me, it's not enough. During the 2024 Texas winter blackout, 68% of households reported that their battery-powered lights died within the first 48 hours. Imagine being stuck in total darkness with your phone dying, and the flashlights you thought would last are already fading. That's where a multi-mode emergency lantern comes in. I recently tested the latest 2025 models, and they're total game changers. Look for lanterns that have 3 power sources: solar charging, regular batteries, and, this is key, a hand crank option. The newest models can run for up to 72 hours on a single solar charge, and just 1 minute of hand cranking gives you 30 minutes of light. Here's a pro tip that most people miss. Get 1 lantern for every major room in your house. Why? Because during the recent Canadian grid failure, families that had multiple light sources were able to keep their routines going, reducing panic, especially for kids. Based on reliability tests and real blackout experiences, you'll want lanterns that provide at least 1,000 lumens, have an IPX6 waterproof rating or higher, and include multiple light modes, including a red light option to preserve your night vision. The difference between just light and smart light can make or break your blackout experience. During severe storms in Florida last month, families with multi-mode lanterns were able to maintain their evening routines, allowing kids to do homework and parents to read. reducing the psychological stress of being in the dark. Item number 3, power banks. Let me tell you about something that happened just last week. A family in Texas lost power for 36 hours, but they were the only ones on their block who were still able to keep their phones charged and stay connected with loved ones. How? They invested in multiple high-capacity power banks. But here's the thing. Not all power banks are created equal. In 2025, you'll want to look for ones with at least 20,000 milliamp hours of capacity. Let me break that down for you. A 20,000 milliamp hour power bank can keep your phone charged for days, ensuring you can stay connected during an emergency. These are just a few of the critical supplies you'll need to ensure you're ready for the challenges ahead. As we move forward, we'll dive into even more essential items that could make all the difference when the power goes out. Stick with me. You won't want to miss what's coming next. In 2025, charging your iPhone 13 about 5 times or keeping your essential medical device running for days could be a game changer. The key to making sure you stay connected during a blackout is investing in the new generation of power banks with bidirectional charging technology. These new power banks can fully charge in just 2 hours, compared to the 6 hours older models take, and they can charge multiple devices simultaneously: your phone, tablet, and even your laptop. Here's where most people get it wrong. They buy only one power bank. What happens if that one fails or gets damaged? This is why I recommend having at least two 20,000 milliamp hour power banks. Keep one fully charged and rotate them monthly to maintain battery health. And don't fall for those cheap knockoffs flooding the market. Recent tests showed that 40% of budget power banks deliver less than half their advertised capacity. Stick with reputable brands like Anker, EcoFlow, or Jackery. Yes, they cost a bit more, but they've been tested for real emergencies. Trust me, I learned the hard way during last year's winter storm when my cheap power bank died right when I needed it the most. Don't make the same mistake. Item number 4, battery storage case with assorted batteries. Let's talk about something that sounds basic but gets overlooked way too often. Proper battery storage. Last month, my neighbor learned this the hard way during a 6-hour blackout. His batteries were scattered in different drawers, half of them dead, and the ones he found had corroded. Here's what you really need: a waterproof, shock-resistant battery organizer. The latest battery storage cases from 2024 come with humidity indicators and silica gel packets built in. Trust me, this small detail matters a lot. You'll want to store specific types of batteries: 24 AA lithium batteries. These last up to 20 years, much longer than regular alkaline. 24 AAA lithium batteries, 8 D-cell batteries for those heavy-duty lanterns, 8 9V batteries for smoke detectors, and a pack of coin batteries CR2032 for emergency lights. Here's something most people don't know. The new lithium batteries coming out in 2025 can handle extreme temperatures, from negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a game changer for storage. Plus, they're getting cheaper. Prices dropped by 32% just last year. Here's a quick tip from someone who learned the hard way. Label each battery with the purchase date using a Sharpie, and please check them every 3 months. Set a reminder on your phone. It only takes 5 minutes, but it could save you hours of frustration when you really need them. Remember, scattered batteries are useless. Organize them now before you need them. Item number 5, gravity-fed water filter system. Let me tell you something that shocked me during the Texas blackout. When the power went out, water treatment plants failed, and millions of people were forced to boil water. The problem was they couldn't even boil water because their electric stoves didn't work. This is where a gravity-fed water filter becomes a lifesaver. I used to think my Brita filter was enough until I actually tested different systems during a 72-hour power outage simulation. A quality gravity-fed system like the Berkey or Alexa Pure can filter up to 3,000 gallons without any power. That's enough water for a family of 4 for 6 months. What's crucial in 2025 is that these aren't your old-school filters anymore. The latest models use advanced nanofiltration technology that removes not only bacteria and parasites, but also emerging contaminants like forever chemicals and microplastics. Those are the ones all over the news. But here's a mistake I see too often. People wait until there's a crisis to buy one. Right now, leading manufacturers are struggling with a 300% surge in demand, and during the last major outage, wait times hit 12 weeks. Look for filters certified to meet NSF/ANSI 53 standards. The ones I trust have at least a 2-chamber system and can filter down to 0.1 microns. Trust me, when your neighbors are scrambling for clean water, you'll be grateful you got this sorted early. Think of it this way. It's like having a mini water treatment plant in your home that works even when everything else fails. Unlike bottled water, you won't run out as long as you have access to any water source. Item number 6, collapsible water containers. During the Texas blackout, Sarah, one of our community members, thought her regular water bottles would be enough. But after 3 days with no running water and stores cleaned out, she learned a harsh lesson that I don't want you to repeat. Here's the game changer: collapsible water containers. But not just any containers, the latest 5G military-grade models, released in late 2024, are incredible. When empty, they take up barely any storage space, about the size of a folded t-shirt, but they can hold enough water to keep you hydrated for 5 days. FEMA's latest guidelines recommend 1 gallon of water per person per day. But what they don't tell you is that you'll need extra for cooking, basic hygiene, and more. Having collapsible containers means you're ready to store more water when the time comes without taking up too much space. Don't wait until it's too late. Make sure you're ready now. Emergencies often catch us off guard, and that's why having these 5-gallon containers with a leak-proof spigot design is crucial. The older models from 2023 had a 23% failure rate at the seams, but the new ones are designed to withstand drops from up to 6 feet, even when full. Here's the kicker. During the last 3 major blackouts, water systems failed within just 48 hours. That's right, 48 hours, not days later. Having 2 of these containers filled and ready could literally be your lifeline. Emergency response teams have started standardizing these exact containers because they're lightweight, virtually indestructible, and can be stored almost anywhere. Remember, when the taps run dry, promises won't quench your thirst. These containers will be your insurance policy for survival. Item number 7, water purification tablets. Here's something most preppers won't tell you. Your stored water won't last forever. During the Texas blackout, thousands of people learned this the hard way when their water became contaminated after just 2 hours. That's where water purification tablets come in. But not just any tablets. The latest NCC tablets are a game changer. They're 50% more effective than traditional iodine tablets. And don't leave that unpleasant pool water taste. I tested these during a camping trip last month, and one tiny tablet purified a gallon of creek water in just 30 minutes. The best part is that they work against bacteria, viruses, and even nasty parasites that regular filters miss. Quick tip from recent CDC data: get the individually wrapped tablets, not the bulk bottles. Once opened, bulk bottles lose their effectiveness after 6 months, but individually wrapped tablets stay good for up to 4 years. That's huge for emergency prep. And another thing most people miss: you want tablets with less than 8.68% sodium chloride. The higher concentration ones can be harmful, especially for kids and the elderly. Brands like Aquatabs and Pebble Aqua hit this sweet spot perfectly. Stock up on at least 200 tablets per person. It sounds like a lot, but remember, you need clean water, not just for drinking, but for cooking and basic hygiene too. When the taps stop working, you'll be so glad you have these. Item number 8, rain collection system. Let me tell you about a game-changing tool that saved my neighbor during last year's 3-day blackout: a rain collection system. It's not just a fancy prepper tool anymore. It's becoming a household essential, especially with water treatment plants going offline during blackouts. The latest 2024 collapsible rain barrels can store up to 100 gallons while taking up barely any space when not in use. That's enough water for a family of 4 for over 2 weeks. But here's where most people go wrong. You can't just throw out a barrel and expect it to work. The latest research from water quality experts shows that first flush diverters are crucial. These smart devices automatically dump the first few gallons of roof runoff, which carries most of the contamination. The newest systems also come with built-in filtration mesh that blocks 99% of debris and mosquito larvae, so no more dealing with leaves or bugs clogging your system. Plus, many cities are now offering tax incentives for installing rain collection systems. It's like getting paid to be prepared. Pro tip that most people miss: connect multiple barrels in series. When one fills up, it automatically flows into the next. I've seen people in Texas collect over 500 gallons from a single rainstorm using this setup. Last month, during a surprise storm, my rain collection system provided enough water for all our non-drinking needs for 2 weeks. Dishes, toilet flushing, basic cleaning, all without touching our drinking water supply. Remember, in a serious blackout, water treatment plants typically have only 24 to 48 hours of backup power. Having your own collection system isn't just convenient. It could be the difference between comfort and crisis. Item number 9, portable butane stove with extra fuel. Let's talk about something that saved my neighbor during last winter's 72-hour blackout: a portable butane stove. But not just any stove. When the power goes out, your electric stove becomes nothing more than an expensive kitchen decoration. Here's what most prepper videos won't tell you. The latest 2025 models of butane stoves come with built-in carbon monoxide detectors and automatic shutoff features. That's a game changer for indoor safety. Recent tests by outdoor survival experts show that a single butane canister can give you about 4 hours of continuous cooking time. Do the math, you'll need at least 6 canisters to last through a week-long blackout. But here's the crucial part that most people miss. Butane performs poorly in temperatures below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. Here's a real story from the Texas blackouts. Families who only stored butane couldn't use their stoves because the fuel froze. It's a mistake many make, thinking that as long as they have fuel, they're set. But in extreme cold, butane isn't reliable. That's why it's essential to consider the temperature when choosing your backup cooking options. Always store extra fuel in a safe place and make sure you have a reliable backup plan, especially if temperatures dip below freezing. Store your food for much longer without worrying about it spoiling. Plus, vacuum sealing doesn't just preserve your food, it helps protect against pests, moisture, and air exposure, all of which can degrade your stash. By vacuum sealing your dry goods, you'll not only have longer lasting food, but also save money by buying in bulk. It's a win-win. Item number 13, solar-powered battery charger. Now, let's talk about something that's truly a game changer for emergencies. A solar-powered battery charger. Imagine being in a blackout and all your devices are about to die. Your phone, your tablet, your flashlight. If you don't have access to a power source, you're out of luck. But a portable solar charger can keep you powered up when everything else fails. The best models available today can charge your phone or tablet in as little as 2 to 3 hours, and the newer 2025 solar panels are more efficient than ever, with some charging up to 30% faster than their predecessors. Pro tip, choose a solar charger with a built-in battery. This way, it stores the energy it collects during the day, so you can use it even at night. It's perfect for emergencies when the grid is down and you need to keep critical devices running. Also, make sure it's rugged and waterproof. After all, you don't want to rely on something that can't handle a bit of weather. And here's the best part. Solar chargers last for years, so you're making an investment in both preparedness and sustainability. Item number 14, multi-tool or survival kit. You'll be surprised by how often a simple multi-tool or survival kit can save the day. Whether it's for building a shelter, fixing a broken item, or even preparing food, having one of these tools on hand is invaluable in an emergency. Look for a kit that includes a knife, pliers, screwdrivers, scissors, and a few other essentials that cover a range of needs. Make sure the multi-tool is made from high-quality materials, preferably stainless steel, and is compact enough to carry with you in your backpack or emergency kit. During the 2024 storms, people who had multi-tools were able to solve problems quickly, whether it was fixing a damaged tent, cutting rope to secure their setup, or even using the tools to start a fire. It's the kind of item that makes you realize its importance when you don't have it. Grab one for your bug-out bag or emergency stash, and you'll be thankful you did. Item number 15, emergency radio with hand crank. Last but certainly not least, an emergency radio with a hand crank can be the difference between staying informed and being left in the dark, literally. When the power goes out, so do your communication methods. Your Wi-Fi, cell service, and television, all useless until the grid is back up. But an emergency radio can give you live updates on weather conditions, news about power restoration, and emergency alerts. The latest models come with hand crank or solar power options, meaning you don't need batteries to keep it running. Make sure the radio you choose also has an NOAA weather band, so you can listen to critical weather updates, especially during storms or other natural disasters. Some models even come with a flashlight and a USB port to charge your phone, making it a truly versatile tool in your survival kit. Thank you for the preparation. Having these manual medical devices at hand, especially in emergency situations, is key to maintaining your health when you can't rely on electronic gadgets. It's simple but effective, and a well-calibrated manual blood pressure cuff could save a life when it matters the most. Item number 16, multi-purpose fire starter. Kit now. Let's talk about something that could be a game changer in an emergency, a multi-purpose fire starter kit. In the winter, during power outages or severe storms, staying warm can be one of the biggest challenges, but having a reliable fire starter can help you light your stove, candles, or even build a small fire for warmth or cooking. The latest 2025 models come with windproof matches, waterproof tinder, and even magnesium fire starters. These tools are designed to work in any weather condition, making sure you can start a fire no matter what. Pro tip, keep a few different fire starting methods on hand. A combination of matches, lighters, and magnesium rods will ensure you're covered, even if one method fails. Fire is not just for comfort, it's for survival, so make sure to have backup options. Item number 17, heavy-duty tarps. Speaking of survival, a heavy-duty tarp is another must-have item that many people overlook. A good tarp can be used for everything from building temporary shelters to protecting important gear from the elements. The latest tarps on the market are made from ultra-durable materials that resist tearing and can withstand the toughest weather conditions. They come in various sizes, but I recommend at least a 10 by 12 foot tarp to give you plenty of coverage for most emergency situations. Pro tip, make sure to buy tarps with reinforced grommets around the edges. These will make it easier to secure the tarp, whether you're using it for shelter or as a water collection tool. Item number 18, emergency cash. This might seem old-fashioned, but having emergency cash on hand is something that can be crucial during power outages. A TMS, kredietkortmaskiner, og online bankingtjenester afhænger av elektricitet. During blackouts, having a stash of cash can make all the difference. Whether it's for buying emergency supplies or bartering with neighbors, cash gives you a level of flexibility you simply can't get with digital money. Pro tip, keep your cash in small bills and consider having a few spare coins as well, since some stores might only be able to provide change in coins during emergencies. Forget to keep a backup solar panel charger for your solar-powered phone. While these phones can run for days on a single charge, having an additional solar panel will ensure you have a consistent source of power throughout a prolonged outage. Think of it as a reliable lifeline when your primary device fails. Item number 19, emergency shelter tent. Now, let's talk about emergency shelter. In case of severe weather or an extended blackout where your home becomes uninhabitable, an emergency shelter tent can be a real lifesaver. The latest models, like the 2025 ultra-lightweight tents, are designed for easy setup and have weather-resistant features to handle harsh conditions. These tents are compact enough to keep in your car or emergency kit, but when you need them, they provide critical protection from the elements. Look for tents that can withstand winds up to 40 miles per hour and feature waterproof coatings to ensure you stay dry. Additionally, consider getting one that's built for multiple people so your whole family can fit comfortably inside. Pro tip, pair your tent with an emergency sleeping bag, preferably one rated for extreme cold. These bags trap heat efficiently, keeping you warm even in freezing conditions. A good shelter kit can make a huge difference when your home is no longer safe. Item number 20. Battery-powered lighting. When the power goes out, lighting becomes one of the most essential items, but instead of just relying on candles, which can be dangerous, opt for battery-powered lighting solutions like LED lanterns, headlamps, and flashlights. Modern LED lanterns, especially the 2025 models, provide a lot of light while consuming minimal power, lasting for hours or even days on a single set of batteries. You can also get rechargeable versions so you're not constantly needing to replace batteries. These lights are compact, durable, and can be used indoors or outdoors to illuminate your space. Pro tip, invest in a few headlamps as well. They're super handy when you need both hands, free to work or cook. Make sure to stock up on spare batteries and store them properly in a cool, dry place to avoid leaks. Number 19, portable toilet system with waste bags. Now, let's talk about something no one wants to think about, but everyone needs to plan for when the power goes out. Your toilet won't flush. Yes, let that sink in for a moment. During the 2024 Texas winter blackout, emergency calls about sewage problems tripled in just 48 hours. Here's why this matters. The average family flushes the toilet 20 to 25 times a day. Without power, most municipal sewage systems can only operate for about 24 hours on backup generators. Don't make the same mistake my neighbor Jim did during last year's 3-day blackout. He thought garbage bags would do the trick. Trust me, they didn't. What you actually need is a portable toilet system with specialized waste bags. I'm not talking about your basic camping toilet. Look for one with these critical features. Double-sealed waste bags with biogel technology that solidifies waste and blocks odors. A minimum capacity of 70 to 80 uses per bag. Stable base design rated for up to 500 pounds. A snap lock lid to prevent spills and odors. The latest 2024 models now include activated carbon filters and biodegradable bags that safely decompose in 6 to 12 months. This isn't just about comfort. It's about preventing the spread of disease when sanitation systems fail. One more crucial tip. Brokers stock up on at least 2 to 3 weeks' worth of waste bags. During the recent Canadian grid failure, supplies sold out within hours. Don't wait until it's too late. Remember, when the power goes out, it's the things we take for granted that become our biggest challenges. Plan for this now, and you'll thank yourself later. Number 20. Hygiene kit. Now, let's talk about personal hygiene during a blackout, something most preppers never discuss. Let me paint you a picture. Day 3 of no power, no running water, and you're already stressed out. On top of that, you're feeling not so fresh. This is where a properly planned waterless hygiene kit becomes your secret weapon. I learned this the hard way during last year's week-long outage in Texas. Trust me, you don't want to be caught without these essentials. Military-grade waterless shampoo, the new nanotechnology versions that actually remove dirt, not just mask it. Biodegradable body wipes. Go for the extra large ones with antibacterial properties. Dry toothbrushing powder with activated charcoal. It's way better than those old-school waterless toothpastes. Hand sanitizer with extended moisture lock. The latest ones last up to 6 hours per use. Portable bidet attachment. Yes, I said it. When toilet paper runs out, you'll thank me. Here's the thing. During the recent Canadian grid failure, infectious diseases spiked by 60% in just 4 days. Why? Because people neglected basic hygiene when water systems failed. Store everything in a waterproof bag and keep it separate from your regular supplies. Don't make the rookie mistake of burying it at the bottom of your prep box. Remember, staying clean isn't just about comfort. It's about staying healthy when medical help might not be easily available. Before I wrap this up, let's quickly focus on your absolute must-haves if you do nothing else after watching this video. These are your top priorities: a portable solar generator, a water filtration system, That emergency radio with NOAA alerts. During the last major blackout, these 3 items made the biggest difference for survivors. Listen, I'm not here to fearmonger, but I do care about your safety. Don't be like the 78% of people who say, I'll prep tomorrow. We've seen how quickly things can change. Start with just 1 item this week. Seriously, even if it's just that portable solar charger we talked about, it's better than doing nothing at all. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 20 items surprised you the most? Or maybe you have a crucial item I didn't mention. Share your thoughts below. Your experience might help someone else in our community. Remember, preparation isn't about fear. It's about peace of mind. Having these supplies isn't just about surviving. It's about being able to help your family and neighbors when they need it most. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical prep guides. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.